welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica and you're watching Wannabe Beauty Guru, and today is a very exciting day. Why? Because I have an Olaplex dupe. You guys know I love Olaplex. One of my most successful, the most successful video I've ever done on YouTube, which is no longer available unfortunately, was on Olaplex. It had over 130,000 views when I last checked and I really loved it. However, about 2 years ago, they stopped selling Olaplex direct to consumer and unfortunately you have to go to a hair salon. But what also happened because their patents went public is other companies dupe them. So the one that I like the most of the ones that I've tried, but if you have a different one you want me to try, comment down below, is Blond Angel. So I did get this over at Amazon. I do think it's a little bit of an investment. I forgot how much I paid for this. It's somewhere between $40 and $60 for the kit, which you're gonna see in a second. But I do think it works out to being like $5 or $6 a treatment, depending upon your hair length, of course. So I think it's a good value for what you get. So you get one bottle of their number 1, right? And then you get 2 bottles of their number 2 right here. Now, it works very much the same as Olaplex. So it's essentially saying that during the bleaching powder or other chemical process, hair bonds are broken down. So Blond Angel has a power action to multiply and protect the hair bonds, preventing damage and break-in, ensuring the platinum blonde and total safety and health of the hair. So originally, I stopped using a bond builder in November of 2021. So it's been almost a year and a half since I have used one. My thought process originally was I wanted to give it 6 months so that when I showed this product to you guys, that you then were able to see the difference in my hair. So obviously it's been longer than that because life happens, but I still think it's going to be helpful for you to see the difference in your hair. I have always found that a bond builder is a really, really wonderful addition to my hair treatment. Routine. Now that brings me to the next thing. I don't usually add it into my bleach. You can, it has instructions for that. I actually like this a lot better. The instructions for this is a lot clearer than what they were with Olaplex. For the record, with Olaplex, you kind of had to search for how to use it as a treatment. But here they literally give you different options. So they give you a step-by-step for bleaching, coloring, straightening and relaxing, and then reconstruction. So I just do the reconstruction because I don't bleach or dye all of my hair. So it seems to me that, again, just an overall treatment would be more beneficial. But certainly if you are first highlighting your hair for the first time, or if you're taking it down more levels than I do think adding it to bleach can be helpful. So it says dilute step number 1 in drinking water at a ratio of 1 to 6. So that would be 1 of the step 1 and then 6 of the drinking water. Apply from the hair from the root to the tips and leave on for 20 minutes. Do not rinse, and then apply step 2 strand by strand. Leave on for 20 minutes. Rinse thoroughly. So after this, I just go in and wash and do all of the things like normal. It does come with a measuring cup. So we're gonna just simply do this right here, right now. So I normally like one of those little squeezy guys. I couldn't find it, so we're gonna make these 2 things work just because we can. So I think what we're going to do, because my hair is not super long, let's just mix up a batch. So again, I'm gonna do half. So actually, let me do it to just so we're all on the same page. We'll do it to the 10 ml line. That'll be 10 ml of the bond builder. How much ml do you get in this first? When I priced it out, it was $5 to $6 per treatment, 100 ml. Okay, so yeah, that works out well. And I try to do a bond builder, at least previously, I tried to do a bond builder about once every month or so. And then there is like a middle treatment to go in whenever you're between rounds of the bond builder. So the reason why you get 2 of number 2 is because you use more than you do of this one. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to place it in here. And then since we did 10 mils of that, we're going to add 60 mils of water. I just have literally my drinking water. It doesn't need to be any fancy water. And if you have a different measuring device, you can definitely do a different measuring device for the record. So. way too much. 3, 4, 'Nope, this will no longer be drinking water, so don't worry, since obviously this had the brown filter in and then I was putting some of the water back. We're gonna set you off to the side. You are not gonna be drank now. That is okay, we will clean you properly. Now, my hair is slightly damp. I've always found that most products penetrate hair better when it is slightly damp, so do keep that in mind. I'm also just going to take a little bit and we're just gonna transfer it into a spray bottle, because I do think trying to do this on camera, if I was not on camera, I would just lean over a sink and do it, but obviously I am on camera, so I want to take just a little bit of this. And the spray bottle is just going to make it easier for application. And then we're gonna leave on for 20 minutes. I like to start and really make sure that I get the underside of my hair. My bottom inch of my hair at the back just breaks off and gets really frizzy and I don't like it. So, also I think, you're too long. Better. Okay, now we've got the underside pretty much nicely done. I am just going to take a moment. We'll just comb that through. This is a wet brush. I will link everything down below. Note, the Amazon links I share are affiliate links, so keep that in mind. I am holding my hand just here, just in order to, if any drips, I can kind of just gently massage it in. Again, the goal is just to get all of your hair wet. So I will also assess if I need 10 mils of step number 1 to do that, or if less would be sufficient, because saving money is awesome. It does have a very light scent to it. It's nothing overwhelming. And honestly, it just smells like what I associate expensive hair care smells like. It is going to be a little bit of a dripping mess. It always is. So this is a very thin, obviously water type consistency. So the trick, you just want to try to coat every strand. The goal with these bond builders is all they have to do is coat the strands. So. Okay, so this was a good amount. It's just a little bit dripping, sopping wet, which is kind of what we're looking for. And then I put it on my head. I'm gonna put this on. and then I'm gonna see you in about 20 minutes. So it has been 20 minutes. I set a timer. You can leave it on a little bit longer. I just don't usually. Heads up, you used to be able to leave on Olaplex as long as you wanted as well. That when they revised the formula a couple years back to include protein, that's when leaving on longer could overwhelm your hair, but, or at least as far as my knowledge goes. But this product, I believe you could leave on if you wanted to. It gets really high reviews, and I did get it for $54.98, which means if each treatment does 10 treatments, then that would get me, you know, $5.50 per treatment, which I think is a really good price point. Now, according to the instructions and how I used this before, is I would then, once I've left this on, just apply step number 2. It does say strand by strand. What that's trying to say, again, is it just really wants to make sure that you are coating it. So my hair is really, really wet from step number 1. So you get twice as much step number 2 because you use more of it. So I am going to really kind of take my time, work it into it. Because again, we really want to spread that product out. So she's thick. She is thick. I have been on a hair journey, so that's the other reason why I wasn't rushing to do this, because I've done the lash and handheld hair filler. So technically how those products work is they help with regrowing hair, helping to grow new hair, helping to grow stronger hair, but I didn't want people to assume that my improved hair was because of a bond builder, even though if you know how bond builders work, again, what it's doing is finding the bonds that have been separated and then reattaching them, so it's not going to help with hair growth. So if you're looking for hair growth, I cannot recommend handheld hair filler or Valash enough, but I have videos on that. This is very separate, but I just didn't want to confuse people, so I took my time. Now that we have this fully coated, I'm going to then put it back up into this guy and wait 20 more minutes. Stay tuned. Okay, so this has actually been on my hair for about 30 minutes. You don't see like a physical change. If you were to look closely, it just looks like damp hair. But the bonds have been reconnected, or at least that's what's supposed to happen. We'll wash the hair and we'll see. But the magic should come once you wash your hair. I always notice that when my bonds have been reconnected, or again, I have successfully completed step 1 and 2. My hair seems curlier. It seems more youthful. I look back to what my hair looked like when I was a child before I ever started dyeing it, heat styling it, etc. It had a very inconsistent wave to it, and that is what my hair looks like. So we shall see. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is what the hair is looking like fresh out of the shower. It feels amazing. That's something else that I obviously had forgotten. When you're washing it in the bath, like in the shower or wherever you wash your hair, it just feels so silky soft. It feels like magic. It really does. I'm gonna style it and then we're gonna get back to it. I just love it. Also note that after you use this regularly for X amount of time, I want to say it was 3 to 4 months before I started noticing the biggest changes, but the results just get better. How it was explained to me from my hairdresser at the time was that the first step finds the bonds, isolates them if you will, and the second step reconnects them. And every time you're not getting all of the bonds, so it's like a continual process, but it's just gonna make your hair that much healthier looking, that much stronger, which in turn makes it that much shinier, that much easier to handle, that much easier to hold a shape or style or curl. It's just overall making your hair that much better. Again, like it was when you were a child before you destroyed it. I love it. Stay tuned. The hair is done. I have no product in it. This is just with my Revlon hair brush, the one that dries your hair. So you can see it is looking great. It feels amazing. It feels super soft, super sturdy, and I genuinely love it. So a couple things to note. This is not a conditioning treatment. So you can still do conditioning and you can still do keratin treatments. Those are two different things. The keratin treatments affect the proteins in the hair shaft, and then the conditioning treatment is hydrating and or moisturizing to the hair itself. You can also do scalp treatments. Scalp treatments are going to help with the regrowth, helping to build stronger hair from the follicle base down, helping to rejuvenate some hair follicles that may have gone dormant. Those are all different things. What this product does is it finds the broken bonds. Your hair is basically made up of multiple fibers. In order for a hair to break, all of the bonds or the fibers have to break apart. So what this does is finds those broken fibers and reconnects them, preventing breakage. So very, very different, but you still need to moisturize, you still need to hydrate, condition, all of those things. I really love it. I think it's a really, really, really good value. It comes in at approximately $5.50 per treatment for me, which to me is a huge win. I will get almost a year out of this box. In all honesty, I'll probably get a year out of it because I'll forget for a week or two. You know how it goes, we get busy. So I think that it's really great. I like the fact that it comes in smaller size because it's a lot easier. With the Olaplex, I had to buy the jumbo size to make it financially work. And I'm not gonna lie, trying to store those was kind of difficult. But I genuinely love this product. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Comment down below and I will answer all of your questions. I find it to be super fast, super easy, and just a wonderful addition to a skincare routine. So definitely check them out. I will link this product down below. I did get this on Amazon. Now, if you guys are wanting some more invasive skincare treatments, I do have those over on my website, wannabebeautyguru.com. It is a free website. All I ask is that if you are purchasing my products, if it's from Amazon, you click on the link because it's an affiliate link, or if it's through a vendor, you use my code Jessica10. Code Jessica10 will always save you the most amount of money you can save at the vendors, and I do get a kickback. It goes to support me on the channel, and I really appreciate it and you. Now, also, please remember that we have two other YouTube channels. We have Wanna Be Beauty Guru Zooms, where we post our Zoom content, and we have Wanna Be Beauty Guru TV, where we post our edited content each and every day. We also have a Facebook, an Instagram, and a Twitter. And other than that, just hit the like button down below and subscribe because I produce new videos every day to see everything in beauty so that you don't have to. Bye guys.